So there's lots of simulation available for doctors in training and medical students, but there's nothing really out there for consultants. And the Royal College of Anaesthetists has identified that we should be practicing these emergency scenarios, emergency drills, not just for training doctors, but for consultants as well. There should be continuing medical education going on in that aspect. And then there's also evidence that 70 to 80% of critical incidents or patient safety incidents are actually due to non-technical skills. So the focus of our programme is on these non-technical skills, and the learning objectives for each of our scenarios basically come from two main frameworks. One is from the Anaesthetics non-technical skills framework developed by the University of Aberdeen Anaesthetists, and from the Team Steps frameworks. So both of these provide tools and methods on how to improve non-technical skills, and we've sort of applied that to the crisis situation. So in developing this programme, we had to co-design it with consultant anaesthetists, we've got ODPs on our faculty as well, and the support from theatre governance managers and from our head of service. So we had to have a lot of investment in developing our faculty, because at the end of the day we're targeting an expert clinical group. So we ran faculty development days and familiarised them with the core learning objectives and the core materials, and then we also did mock runs of how the day would run with the faculty itself, so that when we did set it up, it ran smoothly. So we were also very concerned that with the consultant group, some of them might be anxious or a bit apprehensive in attending the simulation, because many of them may never even undertaken any simulation during their training. So we were very conscious of that fact, and we wanted to alleviate any anxieties by providing them with some pre-course learning resources. Then we also signposted the scenarios that they'd be faced with on the day. And then we ran the simulations as a stop-start model. So everyone's sort of in the simulation suite, and at any point the candidate doing the simulation could actually just say, I want to time out or stop. And then we could just do some debrief or talk about whatever that point was. They could either continue or someone else could continue the scenario. So that works really well in alleviating any anxieties. So far we've run 8 courses to date. We've been running at least one every month or sometimes twice a month, and there's still co-states well into the next year. We've also used the programme to help initiate other patient safety initiatives, such as the introduction of the AAGBI Quick Reference Handbook, which is basically a handbook of emergency guidelines that can be used in the emergency situation. So the course has helped increase awareness of this and get people used to using that handbook in that scenario as well. So for the future, what we want to do is continue developing this programme. It's a dynamic programme. It's quite small, the font, but we've already developed a bank of scenarios, but we want to build upon that, and we want to build upon that from what the learners want. And we want to build this into the in-situ programme as well, so then we can get a more multidisciplinary aspect to this, involving the surgeons and the rest of the theatre group, because at the moment, people that attend are the consultant anaesthetists and staff grade anaesthetists and the ODPs.
Excellent, thank you very much.